Straight ahead is International Drive, which is where we're going to be hanging out today. Well, for as long as we possibly can. Weather's supposed to get pretty nasty today. So I apologize if the wind is just a little unbearable on today's episode. Hi everybody and welcome to the World of Micah. Today we're going to be traveling up and down International Drive. But on today's episode we're going to be finding the not-so-touristy areas, the abandoned areas, just like I did on Highway 192 in Kissimmee. There's a lot of places on International Drive that have been left abandoned. They were going to be building something there instead and it just never happened. And I want to document that here and show you guys exactly what is on International Drive, because who knows, in a couple of years they could completely destroy it and rebuild something, and something new could be there. And we can look back on this episode and say, hey, I remember when that sat empty, abandoned, vacant, whatever you want to call it. But that's going to be the plan today. I'm super excited. Hopefully the weather holds up. And the reason I'm not wearing a mask is because I'm mostly going to be out here by myself. Not a lot of people around me. I do have it in my pocket just in case I show up and there's a few people around. But if you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you would like to support my channel, down below in the description box is the link to my Patreon page. Now, let's take a closer look. Starting off here today at the Piazza Roma. You see where it says Kobe Japanese Steakhouse coming soon, voted #1 in Orlando. That sign has been there for as long as I can remember. And this abandoned gas station has not transformed into a Kobe Steakhouse. Now right here is where the pumps were. You can see they've added some boards here because it actually goes down, all the way down into the ground. You can see the prepay. All the time signs are still here. The fire extinguishers or in this area, and I'm guessing they put news things right here. Yeah, they really haven't even touched this place. I mean, I've been passing by this for almost 10 years and it has yet to turn into a a Kobe. I love Kobe. It'd be super nice to have another one, but they have yet to do that. This was the front entrance here. And the weird thing about this place is there's no trespassing signs. Like, they don't have any signs that say do not trespass. And I think the reason being is the plaza is still open. All these stores, First Watch, there's a Domino's, all that's still open. But this, being connected, they don't have it roped off or anything. But this was the front entrance right here. No shirt, no shoes, no dice. Another one of those signs here. Look at that, 99 cents for the drinks. You guys can see on the inside there. Wow, they're still getting some stuff from FedEx. You can see on the inside again. Looks like they had a restaurant or some kind of food, thing inside there. New York City salads. Completely faded. Came around, this is the exit. Still have some Visit Orlando pamphlets in there, the free pamphlets. And the bike rack is still here. I mean, this is a pretty large gas station. There's another gas station right across the street, a 7-Eleven. So I'm curious as if they went back and forth with business. And it's kind of overgrown just a bit. Oh, look at that. Ice cold Pepsi. Sold here, Pepsi Cola. All I wanted was a Pepsi. I mean, it hasn't overgrown too much. With Florida, I figured this stuff would just overgrow and you wouldn't want to be stepping out here because of snakes and whatnot. But I guess because the plaza still is open and the traffic, just enough noise out here to keep things away. Now this says this area is under a 24-hour surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. That's crazy. I don't think that's true. I guess that's where you would pay. Right there. And then go in to the car wash. They had 2 car washes. The wires are still exposed on this one. They tried to cover it up with a board, but none of the car wash stuff is still in there. And a clearance of 7 feet. So obviously, big trucks like that couldn't go in. Give you guys a little perspective of how large this gas station was. Not sure if it was like the water from the car wash or what, but the wind is picking up and something smells really foul out here. But yeah, I've always wanted to stop off and just show this because for a long time people were saying the Kobe was coming, and the sign out front is still there promoting that Kobe Japanese steakhouse was coming here. They have yet to do any kind of construction. Before we leave, I wanted to show you guys this. This one is completely exposed where the old gas pumps used to be. Look at that. Goes all the way down. It's a pretty far fall if you stepped in there. I can see why they cover it up. That would not be fun. And the plaza that's connected to it is kind of interesting. It has like Roman statues going around. Like if you look at the very tip top of the building, those just statues going all the way around the building, except for the birds all the way up there. Very interesting place. Now their statue they have out here, and the entrance right over here, there's a whole mess of them. See them hanging out over there? What a weird concept for a plaza. But I think we're gonna continue on our journey. Yeah, at one point this was a fountain, a real working fountain. The water would come out of those little trumpet things those kids are holding on to. There's even a bench right there. This has overgrown and the fountain no longer works, but there still is water in it. Love stuff like this. Stuff that was meant to be something and never got around to finishing it. It's very interesting, because maybe one day that will turn into a Kobe. You never know. Alright, next spot. A lot of people don't realize how long International Drive actually is. We're on the other side of SeaWorld right now. Figured we'd head back towards all the touristy areas, you know, driving from this side of International Drive. It's a pretty long stretch of road, that's for sure. Supposed to be getting some pretty nasty weather this weekend. I think it was first we're going to be getting the hurricane, then it like dropped down to like a tropical storm or something. It's kind of funny living here in Central Florida. You kind of get used to these things. People mention hurricanes and you're like, what when you first start moving, you know, and living here. As time goes on, people start saying, oh yeah, there's a hurricane, and you're just kind of like, okay. It's kind of funny. Give you guys a little perspective of where we are. Right there is SeaWorld. You can see the Mako coaster. So that's the area we are currently in on International Drive. But we still do take hurricanes very, very seriously. It's just kind of funny how, you know, people still live their lives, do their normal thing every day. You just, I don't know, you learn to be prepared because you know they're going to happen. So you kind of prepare early before the season hits. Starting to get to the major touristy area of International Drive. Icon Park right here. Gonna keep going. That's not what we're focused on today. But I am gonna visit Icon Park very soon. I kind of wanted to throw that in there. I've actually never filmed everything at Icon Park, and I want to go and visit Icon Park, so just giving you guys a little teaser for the future. I know this property right over here at one point was the original spot of Fun Spot. In fact, there are still remains of like the old go-karts and stuff, like the tracks still out there. Lots of private property, no trespassing signs. And there's a business right up here that's been sitting here for a long time, and you used to be able to pull up in there, but now they have it completely gated off. Not sure what this was, but it no longer exists. Check that out. Old pirate ship. You see that? We're right over here next to the Pirates, the dinner show. Never done that. Just taking a little shortcut, a little detour of International Drive. Weather has gotten significantly worse since we got over to the side of International. Oh man, that's all right. We can, if we have to, we can do some things from the car. Yeah, the rain has hit, which is kind of a bummer because the next spot I wanted to actually get out and walk around and look, because the building just looks so cool. Not 100% sure what this building was, but we'll pull down in here and see. I think it was a bank at one point. Very mid-century modern on the architecture. Look at that, man. I guess that's where you would pull up. I love the way this looks. Got it completely closed up. Cannot get in here, but the weird thing is the lights are still on. Oh, rain's starting to get a little heavy. Woo! Man. But look at this. I'm gonna pull around here to the front slowly. Look at that. So awesome, whatever this was. Like, the architecture was amazing. Really wanted to walk around here, see what this was. I believe it was a bank. I believe those were the teller windows right there. There's not much left on the inside. And nothing else on the outside here. They do have it padlocked. Don't know what this was. If you have any idea what this was, let me know. Because I love the building. The building is pretty amazing. It's right next to a Sonic, by the way. The weather in Florida is so unpredictable. I figured I'd just get up early this morning and try and knock this video out. But the weather had other plans. But that's okay. Man, it is coming down. You can see straight ahead. You can barely see the point. It's a hotel right up there. You can barely see it. Coming up to Fun Spot, there's the Ferris wheel. Don't know if anybody's going to be having much fun today at Fun Spot. Right over here used to be a shopping center that had all kinds of businesses. They have completely leveled this area and they are building something new there. The Joe Blasco makeup school was there. All kinds of stuff was there. It's kind of why I wanted to drive around today and do this episode the best I could, because you never know. Things don't really sit abandoned on International anymore. Once it kind of closes, they come in and try and repurpose it or do something else with it, because this is a thriving touristy area. Another one that bit the dust right here. Not sure what this was. I think this was like, I don't know, CSI or something at one point. But this place is completely boarded up. Really cool architecture though. It could be something really cool. Looks like a old school like theater or something. But as you can see, they're already converting it into something else. Like I was saying, most places don't really sit here that long. Some of them do. The gas station earlier, you know, that's been there for a while, but I was kind of hoping the weather would cooperate today, because I wanted to actually walk around, you know, with these kind of buildings and get a better look at these things. But I guess doing it from the car is not terrible. This is the backside of the Titanic experience. I'm guessing at one point they had better plans for this, and with the architecture, it almost looks like a second entrance or something. I don't know. You never know what the original ideas and plans were for some of these places, especially with how they operate. Sometimes it's kind of difficult to figure it out. Weather is pretty nasty. I think I have one more spot to go to before we call it a day. Now right up here, this used to be the old iFly Orlando. That was where you went inside and basically did a artificial skydiving experience. As you can see, something else is already coming here. Best Western. But that was where that used to sit. Orlando Circus School right over here. Not even sure if this is still in business. This was the Orlando Circus School. Look at that. The old rings are still there. Completely left abandoned. I don't even know if they use it for anything except for maybe storage, whoever owns the building still. Crazy when you think about the circus. Not a whole lot of circus stuff still left in the world. More abandoned buildings over here. This was what I was really wanting to show you guys today. But I can still show you. I mean, we're still seeing it. It's just, you know, there's a difference between driving by and actually getting out and seeing it. Maybe one day we'll come back. Look at that right there. Reserved Orlando Circus School only. Another shopping center here. Looks like they've actually started redoing this. So who knows what's gonna come here. I see some ladders, paint buckets. Looks like some people are actually doing some kind of work inside. So who knows? Check out the double-decker bus here. The Theme Park Express. A couple of months ago, they announced that Whirly Dome was officially going out of business. And as you can see, they've already got this guy completely fenced up. I believe they're gonna be dismantling him or doing something, you never know. Or whoever takes over this place could repurpose him again, because he was repurposed for Whirly Dome, I believe. That was a basketball, and he was a basketball player at first, and then they turned it into a whirly ball that he was holding. But this place right now is technically abandoned. Nothing happening at Whirly Dome. Well, you guys, I think our adventure for today has come to an end. Which means it's time to say goodbye Terribly sorry for the rain today, you guys. Not what I had imagined the day would go like, but you know what? It never really is. Not a bad thing. I'm glad we got to get out. I'm glad we got to see some of this stuff, because you never know. The next time I try and come out here, it could be completely demolished. Something could be there. So you have to document things as you see them. Don't sleep on them. I have learned that the hard way sometimes. Had ideas to go out and video something that I knew was abandoned or sat there for a long time or used to be something. You show up, it's completely gone. So do not sleep on it if you have plans to go out and take pictures of something before it goes away, because you never know. But if you enjoyed this episode, please give me a big thumbs up. This will not be the last time we're on International Drive. Still lots of things I need to cover on this stretch of road. But I will see you guys tomorrow on a brand new episode of World of Micah. Till then, stay weird. Goodbye.